What up, guys? I am back. I was having some technical difficulties, thanks retrograde, and I couldn't go live the other way through my page, but hopefully this comes out well and we're all good. So, as usual, I have my filters so that we keep things light, fluffy, and funny despite any messages given today. To add, these are actually pretty. I find these to be good messages because even though it might be scary for some people, there's still some really good stuff coming. So, right, December. Right now we're coasting a bit, and what we have coming up the very end of December for about 2 weeks in January, it'll be really strong, but trailing off about 3 weeks, we're going to have people that have been in our lives for a very long time exit. I know, right? So you're either going to be really happy about that because it means new beginnings, or you're going to be like, oh my God, no, I wanted to hold on to this forever. But a part of you may not find that surprising because you've changed a lot. And most people go, okay, well, it's been like the whole year. Of course I've changed. But no, there has been a lot of growth these last couple months, especially within the last 6 months with people and their experiences and realizing what they want and what they don't want and what they're aiming for in life and what they're aiming for in relationships and what they're aiming for with their careers. So what's happening now is since the inside of you has changed, the outside of you is going to change now because of what is going to be good both for your growth, if you're looking at it from a God perspective, of having the right people in your life for this next phase, for this next season. You can look at it from a law of attraction standpoint. Okay, the inside of me has changed, so now I'm going to attract different people around me. You can look at it from the retrograde and purging perception. You can look at it from the ascension into 5D perception that the lower people, I don't want to say that as it makes it sound like people are higher than others. Vibrations that are still within 3D are going to vibrate away from those in 5D. So that's a nice overview of the general concepts that are going on right now that is causing the shift that a lot of people are feeling. It's honestly, we're not who we used to be. We're better than what we used to be, even though we don't feel better. Because that comes with purging. And again, I'm never an exception to what I'm saying here. So trust me, I feel it too. I'm not just sitting here with daisies on my head going, okay, everything's fine. You guys got the problem. No, this is for everyone. So end of December, it's going to start gearing up again. People are going to gently leave your life. They're going to go bye, aloha, sayonara, adios. Other languages, I don't know. Right. So they're leaving, and they're leaving to make room for a better you. They're leaving, sorry guys, you know I'm always coming from like the gym and then doing a video, God knows what time of night. So you gotta excuse me, I'm still wiping. So, people are gently leaving for, it's gonna start, you're gonna feel the absence grow, that it's coming or that it's happening or that it's real. This is really happening. The very last week of December, around New Year's, some people might be feeling a little upset because it doesn't look like they're going to be starting the New Year's with who they may have wanted to, but that's all right because you got some great people coming into your life next year, and you may not feel it in the moment, but it will certainly be worth the triumph. The triumph is worth the tribulation. So then, if it's really been somebody that's been around for like years and years, if it's a relationship, if it's, it doesn't feel really career oriented, it feels like family, friends, and lovers are going to be shifting around on what I call the board of the universe. Yeah, I just said that, but I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. It's like a big chessboard, and then, you know, you've got divine hands that move people where it's for their highest good and for your highest good lines up with the highest good in the universe. So that's how that works out. So for people that are way more stubborn and it's got to be taken away from you because you keep holding on to it, that last week of January is going to suck. I mean, it doesn't have to. It's not always easy letting go, especially when the person has had an emotional impact on your life, or when they've helped you through some things, or at one point you guys were really good and you were really happy. That's great. But guess what? Time for change. Time for change. Because next year, there are so many blessings coming for people. There's so many new opportunities. There's so many new beginnings to be had in which you'll be a lot happier. Right now, the year is kind of wrapping up in this chaotic little bow, and it's got to do some New Year's spring cleaning, New Year's winter cleaning. I don't know seasons. Cleaning for the New Year's. That's the tradition that some people do, is they clean out their houses for the New Year so that they can welcome in the good energy when the time comes. Consider this being clean house for your life. I feel like career got really shaken up to get people more aware of where they'd like to be early on in December, end of November, but now it's about your relationships. To foster a healthy career and to have a healthy relationship kind of goes hand in hand, because they both are a big part of your life. So it's important that those things really resonate with the higher self, which will soon be your self, and then everybody will be peachy keen afterwards. February will be the calm down from that shift. It'll be sort of like when, like January, there's like this rising of energy and tension and relationship dynamics changing, and us having to shed the old to bring in the new. Some of us have already encountered our new, but we can't accept it because there's no room. There's no room in our heads and our hearts. There's no room around the fear. I've been personally feeling a lot of fear. Fear has been running rampant, and it's not bad. I asked God and the angels, I said, how do I stop feeling fear? They said it's not so much about stopping the fear, but being able to keep moving despite the fear, through the fear, still towards your destination. Fear is very reasonable. It lets us know to be cautious, or hey, this makes us uncomfortable, or my boundary's been crossed. But there's also a fear of leaving our comfort zones and people that have been in those comfort zones with us. So it's important that we, again, I've been reiterating this, don't judge our emotions when it comes to how we're feeling about people or situations, and trying not to analyze things, because things as they are now, it's not the way things are going to stay. And that, it reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune. In tarot, there's a wheel card, and the wheel spins depending on where you are. Well, right now we're on a wheel. The way things are now is still moving. It's really not the final destination in our interactions with people, where we are relationship-wise in our lives. So it could be either good news or it could be not so good news, depending on where your perception is of what's going on, or if you're looking around yourself like, oh my God. This doesn't mean that, like, I mean, it could mean it. I'm not even going to say it. But the point is that we stay open to it, and there's going to be some purging, some tears, some anger, some misunderstanding, but it feels like it's going to be gentle for the most part. It's just going to be a gentle, we're just going to separate you guys. They're going to go to that class and continue their life, and you're going to go to your life class over here, and you're going to continue your life, and it'll be great. It'll work out. And despite the purging that I am personally feeling, I am looking forward to moving past a cycle I've been trying to break for a long time. I'm looking forward to the healing on the other side, because there's a lot of healing to be had. Sort of like rubbing ointment on the wound of having to remove something that's been attached for a long time. And it's going to help heal it. And with any healing, we give it time, and we give it gentle, tender, loving care. So that's what I want you guys to do for yourselves during this phase, is give yourselves tender, loving care, your emotions, tender, loving care. Try not to judge. Try not to foresee too much, because there are a lot of moving parts right now. And where we're going to end up is sort of like, it's like throwing cards in the air and trying to predict where all 52 cards are going to land. It's just, we have to trust right now, and I'm sure other people's videos have had trust come up for the basis of what needs to happen in this phase. So I'm not going to make this too long. That's what I wanted to say. So as usual, love you guys. Please take care of each other. We got to stay afloat like the ants that I mentioned before, just grabbing hold of each other and in as much love as possible and understanding and compassion and floating gently to easier shores, because this will all work out for the best for everyone. There's a lot going on right now in the world, and it's important that we continue to relate, that we continue to be empathetic, that we continue to be loving and as compassionate as possible, and know that everybody's swimming through the same waters. Some more turbulent than others, but we're all certainly in the water. Okay, guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend. If I don't come back, I might be back. Who knows? This happens intuitively. So, bye, guys. Oh, and I got the new dew, and got the flowers up in it, got my glasses, my shades. Bye, guys. Have a great rest of your week.